Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Believe it or not, it's about 4:45 in the morning. I'm going to be out all day, well, starting now until the late hours of the evening, recording for you guys. This is not a daily vlog, but daily recordings. So stick around, we're gonna go check out some interesting things today. I'm opening the gate so we can get out of here. And I gotta admit, guys, pretty nervous about this one. You'll find out why here shortly. So, I'm on my way to a friend's house. It's 5:19 a.m. Pulled over, want to throw my sweater on, make sure I have everything together, so when they're ready to go, I could just grab my stuff and we could jump in his truck. And we are going way out in the middle of the desert. I'll be honest, guys, like I said a minute ago, I'm pretty nervous about this one. I'm actually really nervous about this one because, yeah, we're going into a mine. We're going a couple, I don't know how far underground we're going, but we're going pretty far underground, and I'm actually kind of nervous about it. So we'll see how this day works out. All right, guys, a little more than halfway there. We are off the freeway now. My buddy's stopping to fill up. Gonna top off because we are going way out in the middle of the desert. Again, we're here in Baker, home of the Alien Fresh Jerky, which you can see off in the distance from here. Not very well, but straight out over there, they're building the UFO motel. And I don't know if we're going to make it there today or not, but if you guys can see there in the background, you got the world's tallest thermometer right there in the middle of Baker. Another little fun fact, if you guys ever watch Fallout on Prime, Amazon Prime, they filmed the first episode of season 2 of Fallout right here in Baker at what was at the time an abandoned motel, and it is now gone. They immediately after filming demoed the place. So yeah, a little bit of filming history right out here. And of course, you know, my favorite things, they have an abandoned gas station. Won't be getting into there today. And there's a couple of other abandoned things down this little stretch of road, which honestly doesn't really interest me. There's not much going on there. I decided long ago that I'm going to have standards on my channel. I'm going to do my best to not repeat things or show redundancy, but I definitely, if there's something interesting, I'll definitely show it. Maybe not today or this episode, but we do pass through here enough to where if I do find something interesting, I can always come back. But again, today we're going out to a mine. Again, I'm a little nervous about it. Not as nervous as I would be if I was going to fly, but still nervous. So hopefully I can get some thumbs up for that. Alright, for some reason, guys, I thought Royal Hawaiian was a little further down. I was turned around for a second. It's right there. It is right there. So that is where episode 1, season 2 of Fallout was filmed. It was like the first 15 to 20 minutes of the episode was all filmed right there. Then immediately after, the motel was demoed. Alright, guys, we're almost there. Come a mile down this semi-paved road, mostly dirt. It's very bumpy. We still got 3 more miles going up that way. Notice something over here. It looks like there was a mine at one point. See the spoils and everything else. Makes me kind of wonder what's up there. I'm gonna have to Google map this later. Maybe we'll have to come back and check all that out. Looks like there's a mine shaft way up there. That would be cool to get up there and check that out. I don't think that's gonna happen though. It is very, very beautiful up here. Quiet. Don't hear very much. No road noise. No neighbors. Just the few that are here today. And the mine. We're going in that. I really don't know what to expect, guys. I didn't watch any videos on this. I haven't seen anything. Or maybe I have. I just, through scrolling. But I honestly do not know what to expect with this. Again, I'm a little nervous. Hit that thumbs up, guys. And please consider subscribing. It's absolutely free. And we'll be bringing more stuff like this to you guys very soon.
You left you a little treat right there.
Leo, for fuck's sake!
Thank you.
So left the landmine in the mine.
Oh, she detects other animals in here she marks. So. Come on, dog! Entree.
Thank you, sir.
So yeah, all this wood was put up 1950 and 51. You won't see a whole lot of timber going back in, which is good. They only timber a mine where they have to. So most of the rock is solid, homogeneous, noonday dolomite. No need for timbering, but of course, when you get into the portal, it's a little more brittle. And there's a couple spots back inside you'll see woodwork, but otherwise, no wood is a good thing. You don't need to use the chins, perhaps. They were just an accessory that came with them. If you put the headlamps on over, make sure the back strap of the headlamp goes in. We brass out using a nice old original Anaconda check tag. Wow. So we're now in the mine.
This represents
Back
our
in the old days,
group.
every miner would check in and check out with a numbered tag, so the supervisor could look at the board and know who was in the mine and who wasn't.
By the way, if you guys want to see a more extended version of this tour, make sure your guys' notifications are turned on and set to all. This mine will definitely have its own dedicated video.
Artifacts hanging, so. Wow. Basically, we're moving back to the museum space back in the mine. We'll probably take most of it back up to the museum back up front. Old wheelbarrow, Maybe recognize anything or any questions about, it's miscellaneous stuff. The dynamite was all in the box very neatly along with the replica fuse until the foxes started playing in here. They started tossing this stuff around. We'd come in here, like same with the dust mask up front. We had a bunch of foxes that were living up in the woodwork over the summer a couple years back.
Oh, wow.
We'd come in here and they'd have tossed everything all out playing with stuff. That's funny. And you can see this clear fault line going out. So we've got a different rock strata down here.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little crumblier, and it's kind of an upthrust into the dolomite above. So this area here is fragile and brittle, so they had to timber it. And if you look at the back sides of the timber, you will see where there's a lot of rocks embedded in them, just on this side here, because they were putting these up contemporaneous to the blasting. So they blast, muck, put up a timber set, drill, blast, muck, put up a timber set. So these timbers on this side, it's like moss on a tree, and they're catching the fragments of the blasting that's going on 8-10 feet away and throwing those fragments back into the wood. You can step out into the wood and look down there. I actually got one. We're re-laddering this again, and we're using it as another exit from the 790 below. So you can see one of the air pipes in there and some of the structure. And that wood's safe. That's perfectly fine. Step out of it. Yeah, you can. I do.
I'll pass.
Yeah, just like I'll pass. I ain't going on with these on it though.
Come on, we had an entire school group of kids out there a couple of weeks ago. Most of them don't do math. They were all standing on that wood, and I'm like, let's see. Yeah, that one ladder section you see is like the first ladder I ever built when I first got here, and I matched it to the spec of the old ladder, and I didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't realize Home Depot was not as good as that old stuff they were using. So Now we use better ones like the one over here, which is going to replace that one, and we're going to have, this will be our escape point from the lower level. And we will take people on tours down here. It is on the current adventure tour list, but we don't bring anybody out from there now. So we came in down here. We are now here.
Oh wow.
We got these levels below us here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the sump down there, and then we've got these levels above us here. You go further back down the drift, and you'll come into these other sections back here, including a connector to the Grant extension, which brings you out by the triangle head frame on the other side over there, and a connecting raise to the Noonday that we just re-laddered a couple of years ago. So now you can get up into the Noonday mine and go all the way up, 600 feet up the Noonday shaft, and then out that way. So,
Wow.
Finally, guys, the light at the end of the tunnel.
oh, what makes it weird is when you're working so long, it's dark outside, you come back in, where is it?
This is pretty cool, man. Thanks for inviting me out here.
Anytime.
All right, Ross, thank you so much for having me out, sir.
Thanks for coming out. I hope you had a good time. I enjoyed having you out.
Yeah, thank you so much. If somebody wants to book a tour with you, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, they can reach me by email, Tecopamines at gmail.com, all one word, TECOPAMINES at gmail.com, or by phone at 703-919-5077, or on our pages, of course, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon if you really like us, all under Tecopa Mines, because I'm a simple person with a simple name. So Tecopa Mines will take you to us on the internet, and I'd love to have any of your followers come out, especially if they're as nice as you guys were.
Perfect, cool. Well, thanks again. We will definitely be back. All right, guys, so we're making a stop at China Ranch. I don't know if you guys can see that sign, but I guess it is a date farm. And among other things, it says China Ranch dates. We deliver. Hey, look at this old little thing. It's like an old truck. It's actually in better shape than mine. Old crank start. What is this? Some petrified wood? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. It's an old Ford. Dang. No motor in it. See, I don't know if we're allowed to walk around here and check things out. It doesn't say not to, so it's like an old little dwelling. Doors open, so I'm assuming we can come in here. Oh, look at the whole calendar. That's pretty cool. You know what? I was zoomed in. I was wondering why. That's better. I was wondering, like, why am I having a hard time framing things? So, yeah. An old stove. Is it a wood stove? No. It's a gas stove. Yeah. And oh, look at these old school desks. Pretty cool. So I've been really trying hard to share a little bit more history with you guys. There's no reception here for me to look up anything. I have zero reception here. Nobody has reception here. We are down in a canyon in the middle of Death Valley. So just know that. Guys, we found plants. Plants. You think they'll have petunias?
That was Adam the Woo's thing.
Yes. Are those petunias? Yeah, I think these are for sale, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Oh, look, guys. This is a male. It says right there. That's a male.
What does that say?
Melissa. Mosquito.
What is that?
Medjool. Medjool.
I don't know.
That one's hot.
Are these naming them? Like, these are
I don't
names?
know. I know it's hot as shit in here, though.
Yeah.
It's like magnifying the sun. So they got a nice little benches and shaded area. They used this wood from a fire, or these pieces. Here, you guys can read that. All materials for this Ramada and these tables were salvaged from the burn area of 2021 fire. Enjoy the shade. Just don't carve your name in it. That's pretty cool. They salvaged some wood from a burn area to make this stuff, to make this shade, even though it's already in the shade from the building. Got some picnic benches there for you guys. Alright guys, it is really quiet, but I did find a little signage about the place and how this place got its name, so you guys can, well, you know, pause and read. Really quick though, it says, according to available sources, a Chinese man named Quan Xing came to this canyon in the early 1880s with a group of white miners after they worked many seasons at the Death Valley Borax Works. He came to the canyon and decided to develop a water system from the spring along Willow Creek and began to raise livestock for meat and grow fruit and vegetables for the mining camp that had grown up in the Oasis. Then you guys can pause and read the rest. This sign here talks a little bit about the date. It says the date palm is the oldest known cultivated tree crop, dating back to at least 6000 BC in Mesopotamia or modern day Iraq. Like apples, there are many varieties. They are very widely in taste. They vary widely in taste, size, color, and moisture content, frequently cited in both the Bible and the Quran. Oh, okay, yeah. The date palm has long been considered the tree of life in the Middle East. Come in, sample, enjoy. China Branch. Can't even see that screen. Here goes another pause and read moment for you guys. You guys can pause and read at your own leisure.